Afia Rahman has three questions. What draws you to historical fiction? How easy or difficult is it? And how do you research? Well, Afia, history has always fascinated me, for it's the story of times past. But when I studied history at school, I was always left dissatisfied because the tale remained incomplete and sketchy. There were only facts and figures, and that was just a sketch of the story. It was when I grew older and I came across narratives which are based on history that I found my genre. Fiction that is based on history makes the past come alive. Historical icons whose deeds we read about fleetingly in a history class become living, breathing people who have likes, dislikes, virtues, and vices. Besides, reading and writing historical fiction gave me the opportunity to compare the past and present times. It told me the causes of modern events, showed me how similar past and present are, and sadly, it revealed how humanity continues to commit the same mistakes over and over. Now, your next question, is it easy or difficult? After when you love doing something, it's never difficult. But writing historical fiction does require a lot of patience, focus, and perseverance. It's not something that one can shoot off easily. I took time to research, connect to experts, decide what is relevant to my plot. Only after that did I sit down to pen my first draft. Also, historical fiction needs very careful plotting so that the links to the actual historical facts tie up without a hitch. There should not be a gap. And I have to work at several drafts before the story begins to flow smoothly and fits in with the facts. Now, my research. Well, I usually research from books, library archives, documentaries, feature films, blogs, PDFs that I download, and conversation with historical experts. For The Legend of Genghis Khan, I communicated with Dr. John Mann, a famous Mongolist and historian at Oxford, and he helped me a lot. A very good mode of research is to visit the setting, which I was able to do with Padmavati, the queen tells her own story. I visited Chittorgarh, her lake palace, and the tunnel where she committed Johar. And believe me, they really, really helped me tremendously to describe the scenes in the book. I research even when I write because when I want to take my reader into the ambience of that historical period. And to do that, I must describe the dresses, the customs, the food, the weapons that they used during that period. Besides, I also use a lot of words which are from the regional language of that place, which I have to get validated by experts so that I'm sure that I'm accurate. And in fact, for the curse of the Nadir Shah, I found it very difficult to get a person with a knowledge of Persian, which was used during his times. But eventually, I found a Urdu poet who helped me. So I hope, Afia, I have been able to answer your questions and you are happy with my answers. Thank you, Afia. Anupama Dalmia's question is, I have often felt conflicted about whether I should be sticking to my strengths as a writer or should I go out and try something new, which is a risk. You are so versatile. Thank you, Anupama. What is your opinion on this? Well, Anupama, when you say that you want to try something new, I assume you're talking about different genres and you believe that would be risky because you are used to or you're writing in a particular genre. Well, Anupama, what I believe is it doesn't matter what genre a writer is writing in. What actually is a writer's strength is his or her skill and competence in the art of writing. So, a writer may be extremely competent in creating unusual characters or developing a plot. So, they must focus on that area of expertise, whatever genre they may be writing in. So, a writer could create unique characters or could create a plot of extreme suspense, but they may be writing in the genre of maybe a thriller, they may be writing a romance, or they could be writing a family drama. Now, as far as I'm concerned, I have been writing historical fiction, I'm also writing cozy mysteries, and I'm writing thrillers, and I'm writing short stories as well. And I love the challenge because I believe that if I write in different genres, I grow as a writer. So I want to write in as many genres as possible. And because every genre has its unique features. And when I execute those features using my proficiency in the writing skill, I only improve the craft. And as a result, as a consequence, I grow as a writer. So just don't worry about the genre. You just go ahead and write in whichever genre catches your fancy. Thank you, Anupama. Hi, Chavi. So your question is, all your previous books were historical fiction. So why did you think of venturing into this new genre? Well, actually, Chavi, my first book was a psychological thriller called Angle, and I have also written an anthology of stories with a twist called Out of the Blue. But yes, this is the first time that I have written a cozy mystery, and I had to study its specific features and ensure that my story reflected all those. I have always enjoyed thrillers, which are written by Agatha Christie, Satyajit Ray, and Tagore, and I always wanted to write something similar. But what really inspired me to write The Cursed Inheritance was my fascination with old mansions. The mansion in the story is easily identifiable as very similar to lots of these buildings that pepper Kolkata. And most of them have intriguing tales and histories attached to them. Whenever I saw any one of those mansions, I would try to imagine the people who were living there over the years, maybe centuries ago. And I would also wonder what secrets these mansions held. And invariably, they led me to think about the treasures that could maybe still be hidden there inside that. I always wanted to weave a story about an imaginary mansion that appeared in my fantasies. So, in The Cursed Inheritance, I have brought to you my dream mansion with all its magic. Since The Cursed Inheritance is a cozy mystery, I wanted to create an old world charm where the past merges with the present. So, the setting is a heritage mansion set in Kolkata. The protagonist, Anahita Sarkar, has been born and brought up in London. She inherits this mansion. So, when she first comes to India to see the mansion, she has already made up her mind to sell it. But once she starts living there, she changes her mind. She is utterly charmed by its elegance and beguiled by the aura of the family history that permeates the mansion. Each day, she finds the residence becoming more and more a part of her. However, she soon discovers that the mansion holds deep secrets. She is visited by a mysterious person who seems to know a little too much about her. And then she encounters a friendly foe who leaves cryptic riddles that are clues leading to a bewitching curse. The enigmas pursue her. They threaten her values, her family's reputation. Anahita wants to overcome all the obstacles to dig out the truth. Not because she will gain anything personally by it, but because the truth should be revealed. Will she succeed in her mission? Will she be able to turn her inheritance from a curse into a blessing? That is what The Cursed Inheritance is all about. So I hope that you will pick it up and you will enjoy it and give me a reason why I have gone into this new genre of a cozy mystery. Thank you, Chavi.